Ready? Don't know. Hello, Pisces. How are you? Forgive me. Distracted. Not distracted. I started this reading before I should have. But anyway, we're here now, so let's go ahead and get on with it. Sorry about this. This reading is going to be slightly different. I'm going to pull 12 cards for the year. I meant to pull these cards out before the reading to save for time, but I'm going to go ahead and pull out cards and find cards for each of the months of this year, from January to December, and then we will clarify so we can get a brief overview of what 2022 has in store for you. The readings that I did last month pretty much covered the end of the year through January. So this reading will cover the rest. My workspace is a bit tight. I'm trying to work this out. Okay, let's see. Let's move this mic over. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. I was supposed to pull out the Lover's card as a significator for this reading. I was like, I know I'm doing something wrong. Let's just see if it's here. Honestly, I need to go ahead and pull this up. Here we go. I want to pull it up, but I think I'm going to just go ahead and leave it. So I feel like the messages are still going to be clear. All right, so we got the Lovers in the middle because this is the 6th year, and the 6th card in the major arcana is the Lover. So this year is all about integration. It's about balance. It's about love and harmonious connections and commitment. Coming together with people, collaboration. So for January, we have the double card, Capricorn energy. So you could be facing your shadow. This is the darkest period of the year. The sun is the furthest away from us. So it's easier to sink into depression, to get sucked into addictions or obsessions or lower behaviors. But these things are being highlighted for a reason. So you know where you need to apply more work. Then we go into a Mercury retrograde, which is going to go into Capricorn. Starts in Aquarius, but then it's going to retrograde back into Capricorn. So a lot of dark things about yourself, your energy, your shadow could be coming up so that you can face them and work through them, break those chains to overcome anything that's kind of keeping you stuck, preventing you from being able to move forward. This just gives me the energy of being a little bit impulsive with the way you go about handling these things. So just be mindful, probably be tactful, because these behaviors, like, you won't be able to break through them as quickly. Like, this seems a bit arrogant. You won't be able to like, you need to have a bit of strategy. You can't be really impulsive about getting through these things and think you're clever enough to trick your shadow side, because you always find a way to rationalize your addictions or obsessions. It's very deep. So that's January. February, we have Temperance. So it could be very difficult to maintain your emotions in February. This probably is approaching your birthday, unless your birthday is in February, unless you're February Pisces. But it could be very emotional. This can also there could be some substance abuse, or even mental health concerns. Like, it could be really hard to balance and maintain emotions or disorders, dysfunctions. It feels behavioral, like there could be meltdowns or the temptation. Like, there could be situations that almost inspire that. To clarify, we have the Knight of Cups. So I do feel like it's emotional in nature. There could be apologies, there could be reconciliations, there could be mending. There could be a mending of things that previously were tumultuous. So when it comes to love or matters of the heart or matters of dealing with like compassion or showing or expressing love, things could have been a little bit rocky. There could be some harmony and some healing taking place with this Temperance card, some cooperation, and that feels really good knowing that the Nine of Cups came out. For March, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this represents divine timing and something happening due to fate or destiny. Something that's meant to happen. There could be some type of gift. There could be some type of reward. What's happening? I'm trying to think of what special connection. There's some transit I want to say is taking place in March. It could be a personal. I don't know if it's a personal transit that I'm thinking of or something for the collective. But anywho, there could be something rewarding that takes place. Some gift, some material prosperity that is gained, a gift that you don't necessarily have to work for, that maybe even allows you to give back to others that occurs in March. It feels very fortunate and you feel very lucky. And it may even inspire you, like I said, to be giving and to like give back to others, give to some type of charity or someone less fortunate. You could be like giving things away. You see, she looks like she could be either receiving a gift or giving gifts, and it could even be interpreted both ways. So by April, we have Ace of Cups. I feel like this is the time in your life where you're there's an abundance of happiness and joy, and that allows you to just really be creative and to, like, since your cup is overflowing, you're able to give back to others and contribute to others in a very special way. And since his emotional capacity is being filled or fulfilled, there's an elevation of mindset, of strategy, or there's logic, like you're able to process things differently now. There's an elevation or evolution taking place from that Knight of Swords behavior. There's something that you understand now. There's a higher understanding, a higher level of logic. Maybe you understand what it means to give and receive love now or something, to be genuine in that energy. You understand that you have to give. You can only give from, you can't give from an empty cup. Like, you can only give from this place when you're overflowing. When you have more than enough, then you can give to others. So there's something about it that you're understanding. Because this is kind of giving me an energy of wisdom and strategy. It could be strategic, with being very strategic and discerning when it comes to who you decide to invest in emotionally. That's kind of what that feels like. So that's April, May. Why am I going back to March? April, May, January, February, March, April, May. You could be taking a break, taking a vacation, resting, changing your phone number. Some of you getting a new phone or taking a break, even deactivating social media or just taking a break, like staying to yourself. You could be writing a lot, journaling a lot, meditating. Just keep it to yourself. Being very low key is the energy that it gives me. Just being low key, off the grid. And then the world here, you could be traveling. You could be doing some solo traveling, but it is giving me the energy of closing chapters, new beginnings, brand new experiences. So something is being put to rest mentally. It could be a way of thinking, a mentality, a mindset. There's a lesson learned. There's a graduation taking place. It could have been, maybe you have a fixed mindset. Like you may have been very stubborn with learning a certain lesson. And now that you've understood it and learned it, now there's more balance in the mind or in your decision making. You've achieved something by May. June. Ooh, definitely achievement here. success. You could be getting some type of recognition. This is the energy of Leo, so you are gaining attention. People know that you've won something, that you've achieved something, that you've accomplished something. Maybe it first had to happen mentally, internally within yourself, and now it's happening with others, where you're being celebrated and recognized, gaining attention. And it could be involving work, entrepreneurship. You could be getting a promotion or something like that. It could even be your family being recognizing you, but financially, and even like this is a sense of security in oneself. This is like being dedicated and loyal and hardworking, patient. It's a very mature energy. So after the King of Swords comes out and the King of Pentacles, it feels like there's an elevation happening, and within the mind first. And maybe that's all you needed to do was master your mind, overcome your own mind. And maybe this is maddening. Like once you realize these triggers or these addictions or obsessions, once that's highlighted, that could be kind of pissing you off and setting you off, and something about that is like you realize you have to nurture this part of yourself. You can't attack it. You can't be impulsive like that. You have to be more tactful. You have to use more strategy. You have to use love. And maybe offering that generosity or that compassion to yourself unlocks all this generosity and wealth and prosperity to come into your life in the material world. And now you understand how love works and the energy of love and how to heal, with that Ace of Cups. So there's some type of recognition, some gain, some elevation of some sort. You could be getting, it does feel like there's some, like a trophy, a plaque, more than a certificate. That's like you're being presented with some type of award or gift or something. There could be even a ceremony involved where you're seated in a special area that kind of makes you feel like royalty. So by July, we have the Two of Cups. For some of you, I feel like this is actually going to be happening in a different order. And this could even be a marriage. Now that the Two of Cups is coming out as well, there could be a proposal. Proposal of some sort. It doesn't have to be wedding. Like, it doesn't have to be that extreme. It could be anything. Like somebody could be asking you to date you, take you out of town, go on a trip with you. Something more intimate, sharing something, coming together with someone else. Though it's a blend of masculine and feminine energy. It could be a blend within yourself, like you could be integrating and finding balance and harmony. But I do feel like it's a relationship of some sort. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a platonic relationship or even a business relationship. But it involves a lot of love, compassion. There's balance here, and it's a very healing relationship, because this symbol in the middle resembles the caduceus, and that's what it's giving me right now. Well, that's technically what it is. So there's a lots of healing and emotional healing and bonding that's taking place, and it feels very healthy. And then we have the Strength card. So it's building strength. It's making you aware of your own strength, the strength in the other person. But also, I feel like it's just a really strong bond and connection. You two come together, these two entities come together in this Two of Cups, and they make each other stronger. This connection provides stability. And maybe you just had to achieve certain stability within yourself first. So that's July. August, we have the High Priestess. You could be... There's a level of wisdom and inner knowing that's taking place. This is an expansion of the third eye. I feel like this also just represents you unlocking different layers or areas of your subconscious mind. It takes on the energy of like Cancer and the moon. So this could even just be your psychic abilities becoming enhanced, which is probably going to happen at some point during this year, but they could be very high during this time of year for some reason. What month is this? August? So something can be taking place in August that really enhances your psychic abilities or your psychic awareness. And maybe there's a lot of nebulous and unseen occult things taking place around you, but you just feel really, really connected to them and aware. Um, Psychometry, like maybe picking up objects, is going to be like a popular channel for you. But also, you could be involved in some type of work. But this just, you could be like working and studying and training your psychic abilities, like really trying to enhance them, working toward, like actively working towards um, increasing your psychic awareness or abilities. Like you could be meditating more, or you could be just using different practices to enhance and elevate your psychic awareness. Or you could even be taking steps towards becoming an actual priestess. So you could be doing some type of root work, because this Eight of Pentacles is giving me, earth energies, earthy vibes. And there could be some artwork taking place as well. I think this is the energy of Taurus, the Eight of Pentacles. I could be wrong. But you're hardworking, you're dedicated. You could be spending a lot of time while you're doing this work. So it's very much 12th house Pisces vibes. So it feels like you just kind of sink deeper into your spirituality, and there's some type of recognition involved, like, or some type of elevation you're trying to actively work, whether you know it or not, whether you're consciously doing this or not. There's something that you're doing or working actively towards enhancing psychically, spiritually. Maybe it's your clairvoyance, clairsentience. There's some psychic or sixth sense, like awareness or extrasensory perception that you're trying to enhance, that you're working towards, that you've been actively dedicated towards enhancing. You could have been working on this for the past few years. Like I said, whether you know it or not, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. Because again, High Priestess, subconscious, but hardworking, always active, dedicated, loyal. Okay. So that was August, September, October, November, December. Okay. September. So we got the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. The Queen of Cups with the High Priestess, Scorpio energy with, again, the moon, Cancer energy with the High Priestess. So a lot of water energy, lots of healing and nurturing energy. You could be healing yourself and like healing yourself through others, and healing others through healing yourself, healing yourself through healing others. Sorry if I said that twice, but anyway, it just feels like there's lots of healing, and like there aren't really words to understand, to explain the experiences that you're having, because it's so spiritual, and it's so, you feel so connected to the elements around you that you can't see, taste, touch, or touch with your hands. They're not tangible, but you can feel like there's an awareness. You could be becoming a medium, you could be channeling different gifts, or like there could just be new gifts and spiritual awarenesses coming online for you. The High Priestess also is inner awareness, not deep emotions. That's more of the moon. It's a deep knowing, though. It's an inner knowing and understanding of, like, all of a sudden who's worthy of your love, your affection, and like there's kind of like a stinginess, but there's a spiritual awareness and discerning and intuitive discerning of who to emotionally invest in. It's something I feel like it's kind of mirroring. You're learning it on both ends, but it's being elevated in September. The High Priestess is out here twice. So you could be channeling something very big, like you could get a very prophetic vision or download that is going to unfold over time, or that it could just be meant for you or someone close to you. But make sure you're journaling. You could be getting very deep and vivid dreams as well. What? That must have been stuck in my teeth. Okay. So September, October. So we have justice here. You could be making some decision, some final decision to move on from something with the Six of Swords, to leave something behind, to move on to a calmer situation, environment. You could be moving, you could be traveling. You're not alone, but it's like you're traveling to get either peace of mind or to just find peace in general. For serenity, you could be going to some type of wellness retreat or jail. Somebody could be going to jail. That's not good, but I feel like it's going to actually be a peaceful experience. It's almost like being at a this is going to sound shitty because I know it's not. It's almost going to be like being at some type of retreat for this person, even if it's somewhere you don't want to be. If it may not even be literal jail, it could feel like jail. Like maybe it wasn't your decision to go. Maybe it's the like it could be an old debt that's having to be paid. But the Justice card represents cause and effect. So there's been a decision made for something to take place. Something else happened, and now this is happening, and it involves traveling, or moving on, moving away, going away. Could be temporarily, could be permanently. I don't know. And I feel like maybe at first it's stressful. It's nerve wracking. It's not fun, but eventually, I feel like you understand. Okay, this is actually what I needed to find peace. Okay, so November, we have the Four of Wands. You could be moving into a new place. Maybe that's what this is about. Maybe it involves you moving overseas or going over water. And then maybe it was a very big decision that was made with the Justice card here. But the Justice card represents balance and fairness. So this is taking place to balance something out, to balance the scales. So with the Four of Wands, it just represents you being in a community or an environment where you can thrive and truly be yourself, express yourself, be creative. There's a harmony within yourself, within your relationships, with everything around you that brings out your charisma and your creative expression. It just feels like you feel very comfortable, where you don't have to mask who you are. You don't have to code switch. You can just be. And it feels very comfortable, like you can let your guard down. You feel like you found your people. The Knight of Wands can also represent dating, or flirting, or just being very creative and expressive and not scared, not afraid to put yourself out there. So you're in this environment where you feel safe to put yourself out there. And it could just be creative. Maybe it's involving your artwork or some other type of creative expression. It could be even on social media. But this new place that you're in brings this out of you and highlights it in your life. All right, so by December, there's some jealousy. There's some fighting or competition taking place. It could be fun competition. This could even be like for a job. So maybe it's sports related with this Knight of Wands here. I don't know. It could be sports related, but it also just feels like something about it is distracting and can kind of trigger some insecurities. With the Two of Pentacles, I get a vibe of not truly wanting to indulge, trying to keep the balance. This could be like some type of competitive sport that you do for fun, but something about it, maybe it's dangerous, or maybe something about it is just like immature, or it's not really quite working. It could just be played out. Like it could just be like Okay, this is just noise and aggression. Like it just feels chaotic, and you're just trying to find some balance. I don't know, something about it. Make something about it. You're involved in doing money, doing money, doing this to make money. I'm like, make words make sense. Because it has the energy of work and play with the Two of Pentacles. I'm like, I hate that the end of this reading is so confusing. This Five of Wands, there could be some competition. Like I said, it could be playful competition. Maybe it's for some type of prize. It may not be that serious, but something about it just feels like childish or immature or played out. You're like, I don't know if I want to do this. And that could be your insecurities being triggered, like maybe because you're scared to lose, you're scared to fail. So maybe you're just trying to play it safe. You're not really fully invested, not really giving it everything. It's like you give a little and then you pull back. You're just trying to stay above water. You're just trying to stay afloat. But don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Just don't be extremely impulsive or like, I guess, like too forthcoming. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm gonna pull a self-care card for you though. This will be your final card of advice. I don't remember if I pulled crystal cards in the other readings, but I don't have that data out. So I'm just gonna pull a self-care card for you to end this reading. Give you a good way to cope with some of these shifts and changes. Hopefully this makes sense for you and you can revisit it throughout the year to see if it applies. Can I get a card for Pisces? All right, so we got hydrate, abundance planning, and intuition. Okay, I feel like all of these are applicable for you. There's a lot of earth in this reading. There's a lot of water in this reading. So staying connected to water, I feel like it's always good for you. But maybe it's like just being in your element. It's gonna really help you stay grounded this year with hydrate. So staying connected to water, making sure you're drinking water, and not just any old water. Drink actually like healthy water. All water is not like created equally. So make sure you're not drinking water that's full of metals and that actually don't dehydrate you, because some waters actually can make you thirstier. So just be more mindful about like, excuse me, sorry, about the water that you're intaking. You can even add chlorophyll to your water like I do, which makes your water green. And then we have abundance planning. So there's some type of goal that you want to accomplish, and that's kind of what this Eight of Pentacles feels like. You're working on your goals, working towards your goals. But maybe that's like the strategy, the plan, whatever this shadow side is, whatever this is that you're wanting to overcome or accomplish or tackle. There's some strategy that's involved. So writing out your plans, maybe even meditating on them. You could even visualize yourself accomplishing your goals, achieving the end goal. That could be something that's taking place during this month that I pulled this card for. Training yourself to be in that energy. And then there could be a timeline shift that takes place. Like I said, we got the High Priestess here twice. We have the High Priestess out in this reading twice. And then the second time is with the Queen of Cups. So you could be manifesting some type of like visualization. Almost feels like visualizing yourself into a new timeline. But let me read these cards. And of course, intuition. So let me read these three cards. I wasn't going to take three cards, but three came out. So let's go for it. Hydrate. The mantra for this card is, I am made of water and in touch with the tides of life. So I think that is going to be a powerful mantra or affirmation for you, because you are made from water. You are connected to water. And this probably, it's going to, this year is probably going to involve a lot of changes for you, a lot of growth. So this card says, water is life. It's a resource we need to greet with deep reverence and respect. Whenever possible, go out of your way to have enough clean water to drink and set the intention to make drinking water a sacred experience. Infuse your water with positive intentions. Adorn your water vessels with sacred symbols, uplifting words to infuse the contents with positive vibes. Drink spring water and enjoy vital minerals and nourish your body. Remain in awareness of how blessed you are and have clean drinking water. To have clean drinking water, being my aunt, excuse me, I don't know, Mercury's retrograde. I'm just gonna blame it on that. And be mindful of how you can ensure others to have it too. That others have it too. Okay, so that's kind of what this feels like giving back. It could be like literally water. But it also says here, through making eco-conscious choices, you can help preserve the resources of this planet and support access to clean drinking water for all beings. So that could literally be what's a factor here: drinking water. You could be giving back to others and making sure that other people have it. The mantra for the following card, abundance planning, is I attract a level of abundance in alignment with my self-worth and reflection of my generous nature. So I do feel like there is some generosity happening, some emotional generosity and some physical generosity. And maybe you're learning to temper and balance these things. I feel like you're learning to temper and balance your emotional, maybe codependence and not giving too much to others, or learning for the signs of when it's not appropriate to give to people who are not going to reciprocate or who will take advantage of you. So abundance planning says your financial health is an essential aspect of your overall wellness practice. It's time to take a closer look at how you're spending, saving, and making money. To begin, review all your bank accounts, investments, and credit cards, as well as any loans you're carrying. Doing so will help you get clear on your financial status. Then make a practical plan to lower your expenses, increase your income and savings, and repay your debt. An excellent place to start is at your local bank or financial advisor, or with a financial advisor. Work with the bank advisor to optimize your accounts to have the lowest fees and the highest interest rates possible. So it's being very specific about all that. Work on debt consolidation, things like that. The other side of your financial abundance equation is generating more money. When you put your energy towards it, you'll often find new ways to do so. If you're working, this can be achieved by negotiating a raise at your current position. Consider applying for a promotion or a new job, taking on a side gig, or educating yourself on a new topic or skill with some income generating potential. If you're an entrepreneur, look into raising your fees or prices, developing new marketing strategies, and expanding your product offerings, as well as other ways to increase your margins. So this journal prompt is, what was your family's relationship with money like when you were growing up, and how has it impacted your relationship with money? And then we have intuition as the final card. Intuition, the mantra for this card is, I listen to my intuition as it leads me on my highest path. Intuition is it's insight that comes before thoughts and without thinking. It is an innate knowledge of what is in alignment with our highest good. It is the energy of the universe that directs our life path, nudging us towards the choices that fuel our growth. Intuition resides within the heart and goes beyond logic or reason. Its messages are shared without judgment or a need to be defined. And I feel like that's very much what this high priestess, obviously. I mean, that's an easy connection, but it's definitely in reference to that, this Queen of Cups, like this, all of this water energy. Keep track of when you receive an intuitive message and how often it turns out to be right, either by making a mental note or writing it down. As soon as you notice the trend of your intuition as a guiding force, you'll come to trust it more. I think that's what's taking place here. You're understanding how to trust it. You know how to use it at this point. So when it happens, you just trust it and you go with it. And that's how you operate. It's like you're waiting on your intuition to direct you and guide you. And now you're able to, and then maybe that just puts you, that's the cause and effect. And maybe that allows you to move on and move into a new situation that has you thriving. And maybe at first it feels like it's not, I don't know, maybe something about it doesn't feel right at first, but maybe it just draws jealousy. Um, Maybe it's just like it brings more jealousy into your day-to-day life or competition. And it could be good competition, but I don't know. It could be good competition. Maybe you need competition in this environment. I don't know, but something about that part about it, you're just like, okay, I could do without this, but it's not a loss. Anywho, I know that's vague, but the journal prompt for this card says, recall a time when you intuitively knew something was a bad idea, but ignored your intuition. How can you learn from this experience? So, and I feel like you're acting on your intuition telling you to do something. You're not listening. Like, you are listening to your intuition because you've learned over time. I do feel like when your intuition directs you or guides you, you're getting it, you're understanding. I hope that's the case for you, Pisces, and I hope this reading helped. Please like, share, and comment if so, and I hope you decide to watch additional readings on this channel. And until next time, peace, love, and love.